Hey everyone, welcome to the Game Week 23 team selection video. We do have one game on the card today that is going to lock things up, which is Fiorentina versus Lecce. So we need our teams in for where we are at the 2:45 lock time. Obviously different depending on where you live. And this is the team we're rolling with. We're actually going to roll transfer again this week. I don't feel as if there's anyone that I need to get in right now. I don't like obviously if you're bringing someone in, you don't have him yet. Lautaro Martinez is a good player to have in, but I don't really know if bringing him in against Juve is the best option. Like I could think there are others. If you're bringing in players right now, I'm thinking like Xerxes or Nico Gonzalez if you don't already have them because of the double game week coming up next week. But I'm going to be rolling my transfer. I'll probably bring in Xerxes for the double game week. Yet to make a decision on Nico yet. He did come back, but missed the penalty his first game back from his long injury. So interesting to see if he's still going to be on penalties. I don't know if a player that's been as consistent as him whenever he has played, if it's fair to take him off of them that quickly because he just missed one. But maybe for the double game week, I'll just invest in getting Xerxes. And I don't think I'm going to use all my transfers to completely fill up on Bologna and Fiorentina players for next week. But one or two I don't think would be bad because I think they're still good players going forward. But I wouldn't be getting any players from either of those teams that I don't think I'd want to carry with me for a little bit. Xerxes, I would, obviously. Nico is still undecided for, but expect that to be my transfer next week. But after this week, after rolling, I will have 3 free transfers to use, trying to stock on them while in preparation for the double game week 26. And as long as my team is still looking okay going into game weeks. This one's not looking fantastic, especially because the Juve versus Inter fixture, where 3 of my players are going to have a tough game. And then neither of my keepers really have a good match this week, either Scuffi against Roma or Torati against Milan. I'm switching them. Torati played great last week, making a penalty save. Just the kind of keepers though that I wouldn't expect to have 2 great weeks in a row. So I'm just gonna switch it up. I feel like Milan's slightly better than Roma, so I'm gonna put Scuffi in net this week. Going with the 4-3-3, maybe sitting some players that I wouldn't usually sit. Spinazzola, I still think is injured. I think his injury is till mid-February, or else I might be playing him this week, I guess. But I don't. I think there should be a flag on Spinazzola, to be truly honest. Um, Ederson and Sula, they both have tougher fixtures, and I just think I don't know. It's really a toss up between playing one of them instead of Sabelli. I've chose to put Sabelli in because Empoli is generally not a very good goal scoring team. Obviously they did score against 10-man Juve last week, and and they scored I think it was 3 during the double game week. One player did, which was kind of crazy, but I still don't see Empoli as a deadly team, and I think Genoa can definitely keep a clean sheet in that fixture. Otherwise, same front three as last week: Giroud, Vlahovic, and Lukaku. I feel like Giroud is going to try to bounce back after that bad missed penalty last game. Um, Maybe not on penalties, but then again, Teo Hernandez missed 2, so maybe they go to a third guy. Maybe they go back to one of them. I don't know. But I'm going to give him the armband. I would generally like to give it to Leao, but Leao hasn't really proved anything lately, and I feel like I can't take him out against Frosinone, but I'm not confident in giving him the armband this week. Candreva against Torino could be hard to find goals against a Torino team that has been very good defensively this week, but I'm going to give him a shot. Goodmanson, I could definitely see him. Honestly, I slightly debated captaining Goodmanson for this game. Um, yeah, it's just he's going to be on penalties. He against maybe what you could consider the weakest side in Serie, which is sad to say because Juve just dropped points to them. But yeah, definitely a captaincy option I think this week. I feel like neither of these good 2 defenders will get clean sheets this week. But I also feel like I can't drop either of them. Both can be pretty attacking in their own right as well. So hopefully some attacking points there. Buongiorno should be able to get a clean sheet against Salernitana. Obviously, if he doesn't, I'm just hoping it comes at the foot of or head of Candreva. And Sabelli against Empoli, Scuffi, and net against Roma. And that is how we line up this week. I kind of gave you what the transfer talk would be right now. I think if you're bringing in players not only that are good now, but I think you should be trying to bring in players to prepare you the best you can for game week 26. Especially if you only have one free transfer at a time, because that'll be a big week where people will be getting massive scores. And if you don't already have those players, you're going to want them. You're going to want Lautaro Martinez. You're going to want probably like a Berardi or Di Lorenzo or someone like that. So be bringing these players now. Again, short term, I'd say if there is a Bologna or Fiorentina player you want going forward, bring them in either this week or next to have them play in the double game week that they have coming up in game week 24. Other than that, that's all I have to say. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you again soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.